Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your boy GrandmastaJ, and you hear the jazz music. It is time for replay reviews. Today, I will be coaching a floor 6 Johnny player. Now, he struggled against this Faust. We will see one big mistake that kind of like is a bit of a reoccurring theme. Now, in my last video, in my last review video, I did coach floor 1 players, and so you do have to coach the player based on where they're at and give them very strong or very like easy to action advice. So a floor 6 player, they still kind of struggle with consistency. I mean, shoot, a floor 10 player struggles with consistency. But as you'll see, there's a couple of key things that I feel like the Johnny player can change overnight and immediately see some success at this floor. And maybe you shoot up to like level 7 or 8 or something like that. Anyways, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Okay, there we go. Come on. There it is. All right, look, you know I like my round starts. All right, you know, honestly, that's a really good round start. That's pretty good, especially against Faust, because Faust's 2P is very, very annoying. Nice round start. I love it. Backs up a bit. Nice. Okay, I want to see him confirm that a bit more, or at least go into Misfinder. You'll see he really likes 6P and 6K. And 6K is a really good button for Johnny, but he doesn't actually do a whole lot off it, and that's kind of a reoccurring theme here. Goes for the swing pressure. Nice. Frame traps him. Does not throw a card. Misfinder. Goes for the 6K again. You gotta be careful with that, okay? You just gotta be careful. You can't follow up off of that. Anyways, he's there. Does not anti-air. That's okay. Not the biggest deal in the world. He's very scared to press a button. I'm surprised he's not pressing a lot more 2S's, right? I feel like 2S in a Misfinder, especially on the floor where like punishing that's hard enough as is. 2S Misfinder would just completely decimate a whole lot of opponents. No card. Finally throws out 1 card. Gets a throw, right? He slashes the Misfinder. He tries to throw him again. He's too fast, right? So that's why it whips here. Gets swept up. Blocks that completely fine. No anti-air, that's fine. Okay, gets a combo. The combo's not great, but it's not the end of the world. Throws out a card. Now, card is not that bad to throw out. Now, this is interesting. So he does get hit with PRC right here, right? Maybe he was trying to block something, right? So Faust actually in this exact situation, it's a mix-up, right? So I'm not going to fault him for kind of sitting and blocking. You know, maybe I would have loved to see like a preemptive jump, but this is technically a mix-up. If you jump, Faust can press close slash and cook you. If you try to throw or do nothing, Faust's command grab will hit you. So this is kind of messed up. Gets command grab, not the end of the world. He still has a lot of health. It's completely fine. Does not block, just straight up doesn't block on wake up, and it's not even like the Faust went for an instant overhead. It was a pretty slow overhead, and the Johnny player was standing, so it just doesn't block. Gets caught. Boom. I'm surprised he finished that combo. Good job, Faust player. Okay, cool. Round 2. Round start. Nice. Okay, that's completely fine. That's respectable. That's a respectable round start, because again, the 2P, you know, it's mad annoying. Doesn't anti-air. I don't know if he knows how to 6P. 6P is very good. And at this floor, I feel like the only way to really grow up is to actually start being consistent with like doing 6P and stuff like that. He has kind of a combo. You know, he's using his 6Ks very well. He's actually surprisingly very good at pressing 6K. He actually, I don't know if you knew this, but he actually could have pressed far slash right there and then go into the card, whatever. His frame traps were pretty good. The way he uses that move is actually pretty nice. 6Ks him. Very nice, because he pushes him away. Gets the trumpet, punishes, does not combo, throws a card finally, throws another card. I don't know what the frick that's about. Blocks that. He's not really dashing at all. There it is. He's very scared to dash. It feels like he plays an extremely passive game. Does not know he can close slash there. And that's fine. Maybe that's just character unfamiliarity, but you can close slash there. And I feel like that's relevant because obviously I could tell him to go for the more optimal combo, but if I can just tell him something that is optimal for the combo that he's doing, I feel like that's a lot more actionable in his case. If he just pressed close slash or another far slash into Misfinder, for example, actually, I'm gonna just pull it up here. Boom. Yeah, look at that. So he gets this hit a lot. He could just do that, and that's mad good, right? I don't know if you can do it from this far. Well, yeah, you can. So, yeah, something that's just pretty actionable. Tacks on a little bit of extra damage. It tacks on like 30 extra damage, and that 30 extra damage could be a big change in these kinds of matches. Now, you might notice that he's missing something, and I've noticed that too. 5k anti-air, right? Playing this neutral game, blocks the thing. That is an insane that is an insane response. No missed fire on the 6k. Okay, where is the card? Where, like, he has, up to this point, he has not thrown out card at all, right? And card is a very good move, even at a super high level, right? That's honestly Johnny's win condition, and the more he's able to do that, the more he's able to see some success. This Johnny, I've noticed his neutral A, he blocks that, doesn't block that. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. Gets hit with that. That's fine. Super flinching, you get caught. It happens to the best of us. Blocks up, does not use Mistfinder to kind of get out. Gets hit, does not burst, and then gets caught, and then he dies. Okay, biggest offenders that I noticed in this match. Here's the biggest offenders. In situations like this, right? Right here, you can throw card, right? Let's see. Right here, you can throw card, right? After getting the 6k, right? He should be doing more 6k into... He should be doing more 6k into Mistfinder. So one actionable step I would give you is do 6k Mistfinder, right? 6k, whoops, 6k Mistfinder, 6k Mistfinder, right? He hits this 6k a lot. Even if he does 6k into this is actually also good. Mixing up 6k into this, because then you can do that, right? Boom. He knows how to use these moves. So I'm going to hold him to that standard. I'm not going to tell him you should be doing freaking 6k into more optimal. I'm not going to tell him all that, or 6k into whatever, right? I'm not going to tell him all that. Just 6k into this, right, would help you to see a lot more success because you're getting the hits, right? So you're actually hitting your opponent, which is a great first step. It seems like you actually have a decent idea to know when to place these 6Ks. The problem is that you're not doing anything off of it. I don't know if you just don't know you can do something off of it or what have you, but you have to do 6K into an upsies or 6K into those. Boom, right? Even that's a pretty good combo. Boom, that's a pretty good combo. Another thing too, throw out card, and don't throw out this card, okay? You're just not there yet, okay? Maybe you can throw out that card, right? Throw out this card. Understand, just know how to do this, right? In one of my matches, or one of my match reviews, we looked at an Alpha player who I believe the Alpha player was on the Celestial floor, who just straight up did not know how to handle that, right? If you learn this, right? Boom. If you just learn how to do this, I promise you're going to cook a lot of people. You're going to cook a lot of people. Just even doing it in neutral, right? Look at the hitbox on this thing. The hitbox on this thing is freaking huge, dude. And it guard crushes. And if they block it, people aren't going to be ready for you to just do another one, right? If you want to get a little bit more advanced, if you throw out, whoops, what is it? If you throw out the farther version, whoops, yeah, you could do the dash Mistfinder, and dash Mistfinder, I feel like this might be getting into more like, I guess, floor 8, floor 9 territory, right? But dash Mistfinder, especially after this, is super good just to get yourself in. Look at how much that does. Anyway, you gotta use the card. Use the card more. That's super good. It's just so consistent. It's just so good. Another thing I noticed is that he is pretty scared to press buttons, right? Or any button that's not 6K. Whoops, I realized my big old giant head was in the way. He's pretty scared to press buttons that's not really 6K. I would like to see, I mean, against Faust is a little tricky, right? Because Faust can kind of crouch under his far slash. But I would love to see him press a lot more 2S Mistfinder. Right, 2S Mistfinder, especially in certain situations. Here's a great place to place card. You place the card, doesn't get whatever, right? Yeah, gets that. If he presses, well, maybe not here, right? Block, of course, I would just tell you to block, but whatever. Also, another thing too. This is a big thing for you. At this point, you need to know how to 6P people, right? You just got to learn how to 6P people, right? There's no reason why this Faust player should feel so comfortable just jumping at you, right? Especially something like this. You just gotta be able to, I haven't used this all day, so I'm gonna use it. take that arm, stretch it out here, boom, bing, bada, boom, right? Boom, into upwards misfinder. You just got to be able to do that at this level. So 6Ping a lot more, pressing 2S a lot more, throwing out card. Look, you make them block this, and honestly, pressing misfinder all the gosh darn time is completely fine in these levels, because at the very least, the most important thing you want to do is to hit your opponent. That's it. You want to be able to hit your opponent way more effectively. And now, yes, at the higher levels, misfinder is unsafe. And at the highest level, I would say this is not really a good option, right? But we're not there yet. We're at these levels where people don't really know how to punish these kinds of things. So misfinder immediately becomes far better, right? And even at this space, right, you can either just keep shooting. You can honestly keep shooting misfinders. What is he really going to do? Just keep shooting them. Keep shooting misfinders. Throw out some cards. Y'all trade. That's fine. Throw out a card right here. Boom. Throw out a card. You can shoot more misfinders. I don't know what the heck he tries to do. 6P him right here. You really should. He keeps pressing slash. I think he's trying to do close slash, but doesn't understand that you have to be like, they have to be like directly above. It is a good anti-air, but only if they're directly above your head, right? Like they're coming down straight up from above. If they're coming at this sort of angle right here, this sort of like weird angle where your close slash doesn't hit, your close slash is up here, right? It's not going to work at this gosh darn angle. You have to 6P them, because that covers, honestly, from where Johnny's standing, 6P covers like this much range. All right, 6P into misfinder would get him a lot of mileage and basically make your opponent feel like they don't want to approach you. So anyways, I feel like those are the biggest takeaways. I feel like I covered, yeah, I'd love to see so much more of this. Basically, I feel like those are the biggest takeaways, where it is that use card more, right? Specifically use I believe the P version of card or the K version of card into straight misfinder, right? Use misfinder far more, especially in these levels. Don't be afraid to press buttons. You definitely know how to do at least one combo. Try to extend it a little more, right? Start practicing progressively harder and harder combos for your character, because that is what is required to actually make it into those higher levels, right? Into those higher skills. And don't be afraid to learn how to 6P and press 2S. Anyways, that's it. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you learned something. I know I sure have. And as always, I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.